Yeah, Rat Dog.
Yeah, who?
Welcome to Hood.
Big Rat Dog.
Bone?
Huh?
Bone?
Rat Dog.
Who the fuck is that?
The nigga Suge was scared of.
Nigga win. Like, what the
We
fuck?
finna find out.
War stories. In this episode, I'll be
OG at the
discussing the life
Bunny
of Red
Hunts, man.
Dog.
Shout out to
William
him.
Holt Jr. was born in the year 1962. He was predominantly raised in the Watts neighborhood of Los Angeles. Watts was one of the first black neighborhoods of Los Angeles. It contains three of the largest housing projects west of the Mississippi: Nickerson Gardens, Jordan Downs, and Imperial Courts, that were originally built to house war workers and veterans, but by the rebellion of 1965, became almost exclusively occupied by black people, mainly from Louisiana and other parts of the South. A reason as to why many black people from Watts have a distinct accent compared to other parts of South Central. After the 65 riots,
Know it.
despite minor changes,
What?
the ingredients
So I knew it.
With that deep
I knew
rooted.
them niggas. Knew them niggas was country.
Oh, yeah, you can hear it.
I'm like, why do you niggas love Lil Boosie so much?
of helplessness and violence remained. Red Dog came up in the Nickerson Garden housing projects, which would eventually become home base for the bounty hunter Watts Bloods.
That's funny you said that, because growing up, that's all I fucking heard in them projects was fucking Boosie and Gucci.
Webby and Webby.
Webby on Mamas. Facts.
Which formed off 112th Street in the projects. He got put on in his early teen years and got the nickname Red Dog. In the 1970s, black teenagers in Watts didn't use the word rat as in somebody telling or snitching. In 9th grade at Markham Junior High School, Rat's knockout game was so cold it was borderline bullying. Some classmates would describe him as humble, while others would describe him as a narcissist with hands. In YA, Red Dog was programming heavy. He had a massive chest and arms and was beating up on the bullies. He even gained the respect of rival Crips because of how solid his get down was. Monster Cody has said that Red Dog was giving the Crips major problems in the juvenile halls, and allegedly Cody's body count was in double digits, so Rat's street credibility was acknowledged by real killers. In the 80s, the war between bounty hunter Watts and Graveshoe was intensifying. Out of YA and in the streets on the front line, Red Dog was ready to be a soldier for his hood. Allegedly, Red Dog was racking up bodies in the Jordan Downs, and while there was many casualties on both sides, Red Dog was moving like a one-man army, as in one man doing the damage of 10, terrorizing cliques alone. Most hoods around that time had a guy like that. He had gang members and civilians shook. Some said he looked like a lunatic and thought he was off that sherm. But in actuality, Red Dog didn't smoke, drink, or do drugs. He did all this damage on a sober mind. Red Dog used his frame and intimidating figure for good use. He provided security service for Muhammad Ali the time he made a visit to the Nickerson Gardens. He also provided security detail for Michael Jackson on more than one occasion. Michael Harry O'Harris had ties to bounty hunter Watts in the Nickerson Gardens. While he was in prison, he was considered the financial muscle behind the creation of Death Row Records, investing $1.5 million in the label. While Harry O was on lockdown, he allegedly sent Red Dog to collect payments from Suge Knight. It was alleged that Red Dog struck fear in Suge. Whenever Red Dog came to Suge's office to collect, Suge made sure the package of money was there. Suge wasn't playing with their money, unlike some of his enforcers who weren't getting paid. Mob James even said he had to go punch the walls just so he can get a check. Word spread in the streets that Rat was essentially extorting Suge. At this point, Suge was starting to see Rat as a potential threat. Red Dog and Suge would have one last run-in at the OFTB video shoot, which was filmed in the Nickerson Gardens. The members of OFTB were from Bounty Hunter Watts, and they were actually signed to Death Row at one point. Besides working security, Red Dog had aspirations to be a recording artist, but apparently Suge wasn't feeling it and was giving him the runaround. So Suge pulled up to the video shoot in the Nickerson Gardens. It's unclear on whether he knew that Red Dog would be there, but when Red Dog saw Suge, him and Green Eyes pushed up on him. They allegedly took Suge to a bathroom where they cornered him. Red Dog was demanding a record deal, and threats were issued. After the incident, Suge was allegedly shook up and angry, and allegedly Rat needed to be exterminated, as lines were crossed. In this alleged, Suge called his favorite hitman Poochie to get the job done. Poochie was Suge's go-to guy when someone needed to be taken care of. He was silent, but very deadly, with numerous bodies under his belt. Poochie is alleged to have killed Biggie, OG Stoney, Paris Reeves, Smoothie from Bounty Hunters, and more. So it's safe to say Poochie was qualified to execute Suge's alleged order.
That's crazy. That nigga was out here doing dirty work.
Months later, on October 26, 1995, Red Dog and Lee were working on Lee's car near 134th Street in Compton. They were trying to get the stalled car to start, and they had been working on it for about 15 minutes. At around 8:15 p.m., two men wearing ski masks armed with assault rifles ran up and opened fire. Red Dog was hit multiple times and dropped dead, and his friend Lee received a gunshot wound to the ankle. He was taken by a private car to Killer King Hospital, where he was listed in stable condition. Two other people who were standing with the victims at the time of the shooting escaped without injury. Red Dog was 33 years old. Red Dog would go down as a notable figure for his contributions to Watts and the Nickerson Gardens. He was known as a real one that would give you his last because he knew he had the hustle to get it back. If you were his enemy, you felt his wrath. But if you were his friend, you experienced a different side to him. He was as solid as they come, but he was strictly about business. He is survived by his children and loving family, and is still being honored by the bounty hunter Watts Bloods to this day. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Crazy.